What's up, fight fans? Welcome back once again. Before we dive into today's breakdown, don't forget to hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and drop a like to show some love to the channel. Now, let's jump right in. Welcome back to the Ultimate Fight News. Today we're talking about the reactions pouring in from the MMA community after UFC 319. Now that the event has wrapped up, what did you think of the card overall? And once again, make sure to leave a like on this video to support the channel. Before we even get into the main event itself, JDM made some waves online by sharing a hilarious Instagram story where he joked about wanting a mute button for Daniel Cormier's commentary. Meanwhile, Sean Strickland had his say before the fight between Khamzat Chimaev and Dricus Du Plessis. Strickland didn't hold back, calling Khamzat, quote, a weak man. Here's what he said.
I think that Dricus is going to break him 5th round. The only thing is, when you train with these guys, man, when you train with these Chechens for 1 round, dude, it is like you're wrestling a parasite. Like, they go full send. Now, I've been training with these guys for so long that, like, I kind of know how to do it, and I'm not really too threatened by it. But I just don't know if Dricus is experienced training with these guys like I have. But, you know, man, I think what people overlook, though, and I think this is where this fight's going to come down to, who's a bigger man? In my opinion, man, Chimaev's a weak man. I know he's made his entire career about being this big, scary boogeyman. But, like, dude, you look at his history. Every time he's had a tough fight with a welterweight, there's always some excuse. You know, I broke my hand, it's Ramadan. Like, no, dude, it's because you got tested, and the test came back as, like, you're not really that big, scary of a man. And you know, even, like, dude, like, the guy retired during... You know, I was the one that retired him. He happened in our gym, trained with me, walked out of the gym, the whole gym seen it. It goes to show you that he's a weak man. And I'll give you an example. Like, you could remove my lung, you could, whatever the it takes, I'm going to stay in there and fight. But the fact of the matter is, Ali had to call you and drag you back into this sport. You're always on the cusp of wanting to leave and get out of it. There's one time I made a joke about Chechnya, and it wasn't a bad joke. He just kind of took it the wrong way. So he sends a group message, a chat. He starts talking to me and threatening me, and I'm like, you know, listen, dude, I actually kicked Chris Curtis out of the chat because he's trying to de-escalate it. I was like, you know, so I sent him a message. I'm like, listen, you misunderstood, dude, but you said some. I will see you at 3 o'clock. Show up, be a man. His next message was, oh, no, brother, I misunderstood. It's okay. And I think where this fight really plays out is who's a bigger man. And I just think Dricus is going to break him. I just don't think Chimaev has the heart to fight a bigger, better man. So, yeah, my predictions is Dricus breaks in round 5.
Well, now that UFC 319 is in the books, Strickland's prediction clearly didn't play out the way he thought. It turns out Khamzat really was the bigger man this time. As for the fight itself, it turned out to be one of the most dominant championship bouts we've seen in years. Within seconds of the opening round, Khamzat shot straight in for a takedown. He controlled almost the entire round on the ground, and it was all in his favor. Round 2, more of the same. Round 3 was yet another masterclass in control, with Chimaev putting DDP into a crucifix position multiple times, leaving him helpless. Round 4 didn't look any different either. In round 5, Du Plessis nearly locked in a submission with less than 30 seconds left, but couldn't finish it. Khamzat ended up sealing the victory in dominant fashion. Here's how the MMA world reacted. Conor McGregor said, Chechnya's first UFC champion, congrats. Sean Strickland said, I'm probably the only one in the UFC that can out-grapple that little feel for 5 rounds. Well, looks like I got to stack some W's to fight that little LMAO. Belal Muhammad said, told you it would be easy. He also said, shout out to Dricus. You showed a lot of heart. You never gave up. Just kidding, you sucked. That was 5-10-8s. Henry Cejudo said, Dricus showed heart, but Khamzat is on another level right now. He may very well be champion for years to come. Bo Nichols said, I really got to lock in. Ben Askren said, man, DDP has got some serious heart, but needs the sprawls to go with it. Kelvin Gastelum said, Khamzat dominating the later rounds was not on my 2025 bingo card. Paulo Costa said, no one wants to watch this LOL. People booing in the arena and in that bar. Muhammad Mokayev said, Khamzat took him to deep waters, just a different level. Chael Sonnen said, do you realize it's over 400 punches landed versus 1? Dominic Cruz said, Khamzat beat DDP with the same pace, style, and pressure as always. Terrence McKinney said, "Has there ever been such a one-sided championship fight before?" DDP didn't lose. He just needed 3 more rounds. Khamzat is an all-time great. Regardless of how you feel, he did it. He made it look easy doing it his way. Derek Brunson said, "Well, damn. How good is Usman? Old school UFC Joe Silva would have cut Khamzat after this fight. Joe hated wrestling. So, what do you think? Should there be a rematch between these two? Drop your thoughts down below in the comments. And before you head out, do us a favor. We're aiming for 200,000 subscribers here on MMA Zone. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and keep up with us for daily MMA updates. We rarely miss a day.